Shalom. I want to start giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for teaching the scriptures, among other things, and salutations to all the Akyam across the earth who are doing this work in sincerity and in truth. And Shalom to the sincere brothers and sisters who are at home watching the videos and do the best to please Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai. So I want to basically jump on the news. So Charlie Kirk, who was shot at the campus, the campus event in Utah. And yeah, Trump says that he died. He didn't survive the attack. And of course, we are being used to seeing these things going on. Because basically this is the case. Let me read the scripture real quick. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. So this devil, who is in rulership, the so-called white people, the elite thereof, who are in rulership, they know that they are, there's not much time left for them to how I say that, to fulfill their plans that they got, which they not gonna succeed in it completely, And there's lately in America, not only America, if you just look at the world, there's a lot of stuff going on. Some floods going on in Indonesia. 15 people already died. They had like a mass protest going on in France. In the basically in the style of the yellow vest. The yellow vest, it's not that big as with the yellow vest, but it's getting there. I saw an article passing by that there's already 450 people were arrested already. Crazy shit going on in Nepal, where they wanted to put a ban on social media. People start to rioting and all that, I think 15 people died also there. Police officers also got injured and all that, and they put the parliament building on fire, and they have prisoners, they let prisoners escape from prison, so there's a chaos in that country also. And the prime minister of Nepal, he basically resigned, he took a step back because there's a lot of shit going on. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on, like Russia had like 15 drones or something flying to Polish air, to the Polish airspace, to the air. To their ground, above their ground, and the Dutch helped the Polish to get those drones out of the air, and yeah, Putin is just flexing. He's just showing his muscles, and he said that he's willing to talk with the West about what happened, but he's showing like, yeah, and they've been saying it, he had this. Minister of War, whatever, been talking about that. If they want to attack Holland, less than an hour, they would have it, and that's probably not a lie, because the army of Holland is ain't bullshit. It's bullshit, man. It's really bullshit. But yeah, so Charlie Kirk dies after being shot at campus event in Utah, says President Trump. So let me just read a little bit of this. Conservative activist Charlie Kirk has died after being shot at the campus event in Utah, says President Trump. Kirk, an influential and influential ally of the president, was known for holding open-air debates on campuses across the country. A suspect was taken into custody but later released. The university says the shot was fired from around 200 yards away. On video, on video shows Kirk being asked about mass shooting before the shot was fired. Ain't that ironic? Talking about mass shooting, and if you watch the clip, you see him, you can find this on the internet, I'm not gonna play that clip, but you hear him talking about mass shooting and then he gets shot, and the most I got sense of humor, man. But yeah, like I said, it might be a setup, probably is, because that's what they keep on doing, So let me see. Back to the article. A suspect was taken into custody but later released. The university says the shot was fired from around 200 yards away. On the video shows Kirk being asked about mass shooting before the shot was fired. There was a shock in the White House when the news broke. Reports Brent Debusman Jr. Kirk was close to both the president and his family. In January, he flew to Greenland with Donald Trump Jr. So, blah, blah, blah. Five sources confirm Kirk has died. So, yeah, basically that. But, like I said, there's a lot going on. And I say that he knows, the devil who's in rulership, he knows that he has a short time to basically achieve what he got in his mind, but he's not gonna make it. But yeah, nevertheless, it's still out of his mind. And don't forget, Trump been sending soldiers to leave LA, yeah, to Los Angeles. Recently, was it also New York, I believe, or Washington D.C. And he's also ready to send some soldiers of the National Guard to Chicago. So and those are the things, like, they can lock the city up. They can lock people up. You're not going to be able to go up and down. You know, things like that. So he's tightening it. He's tightening it. Get everybody tight and uncomfortable, ready for the shit hit the fans. But yeah, like I said, he got these devils, who are in rulership. They got a master plan, so called, and they try to succeed it, and everything, it goes by steps, like a frog that's being boiled, in a pot. The water gets warmer, not immediately, but gradually, and that's basically also going on with our over here. What they do, taking steps, calling it, doing certain things in the name of diseases and all that, for the how you say that, for the environment, nitrogen reduction and all that. So a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, if you just look around, and like yeah, the gangs are also warning Trump that he ain't that he shouldn't send the National Guard to Chicago. And Chicago is known amongst the people there, they call it Chirac. So that already shows you there's a lot of shooting going on over there. So yeah, man. So like I said, this is probably just a way to maybe secretly, it's going to also be a distraction, so people are focused on this, and meanwhile on the background, a lot going on. Look at America with Venezuela. That's also going to be something. China got their back, Russia got their back. And Russia, yeah, I say that Russia's still showing that they got power. With the drones above Poland. So yeah, man, I just wanted to touch upon this subject a little bit, because it's yeah, the old Greek way, basically what they are ready to implement. Order out of chaos, make some chaos, and then come with the solution. And the solution gonna be eventually the the chip. That's their solution. What they are focused on. The mark of the beast. But this is the book of Second Esther, chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction on draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. You see the armies getting ready. They're getting ready. Mm. For there shall be sedition among men. For example, look at Nepal, look at France, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in the power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the horse houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So, like I said, Trump been sending the National Guard to diverse cities, basically put them on lockdown because that's what it is. So, like I said, there's a lot going on, and this might be a big distraction to show what's really going on. Yeah, man. I think, yeah, I'm just gonna leave the video like that, you know. So a lot going on, but yeah, there's also a lot gonna done on the background, There's a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, man, basically like that, man. Gonna leave the video like that. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for teaching of scriptures, among other things. And salutations to all the Akyam across the earth who doing this work in sincerity and truth. And shalom to the sincere brothers and sisters who are at home watching the videos and do the best to please Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai. So yeah, man, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.